ಪ್ರಧಾನಿ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ದೆಹಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿಂದು ಕಾಮನ್ವೆಲ್ತ್ ಕಾನೂನು ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಸಂಘ CLEA ಕಾಮನ್ವೆಲ್ತ್ ವಕೀಲರು ಮತ್ತು ಸಾಲಿಸಿಟರ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಸಮಾವೇಶವನ್ನು ಉದ್ಘಾಟಿಸಿದರು.
This is a pre-litigation process. Such courts have resolved thousands of cases and ensured
ಇದೀಗ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ ಪ್ರಧಾನಿ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಅವರು ಭಾಷಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಮಾವೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ನ ಮುಖ್ಯ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿ DY ಚಂದ್ರಚೂಡ್, ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿ ಸೂರ್ಯಕಾಂತ್, ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸಚಿವ ಅರ್ಜುನ್ ರಾಮ್ ಮೇಘ್ವಾಲ್ ಸೇರಿದಂತೆ ಹಲವರು ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತರಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನ ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ ಪ್ರಧಾನಿ ಕಾನೂನು ಮತ್ತು ನ್ಯಾಯ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದ ವಿಚಾರ ವಿಮರ್ಶೆ ಮಾಡುವುದರಿಂದ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯನ್ನು ಉತ್ತಮಪಡಿಸಲು ಸಹಕಾರಿಯಾಗುತ್ತದೆ ಎಂದು ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯಪಟ್ಟರು.
Worldwide, there is a discussion on how to bring more women into every domain. The first step to do so is to make each domain inclusive at the educational level. When the numbers of women in law schools increases, the numbers of women in the legal profession will also increase. Participants in this conference can exchange ideas on how more women can be brought into legal education. Friends, the world needs young legal minds who have diverse exposure. Legal education also needs to adapt to changing times and technologies. Our focus on understanding the latest trends in crime, investigation, and evidence will be helpful. Friend, there is a need to help young legal professionals with greater international exposure. Our finest law universities can strengthen exchange programs between countries. For example, India had perceived the world's only university dedicated to forensic science. Students, law faculty, and even judges from various countries can be helped to explore short courses here. Further, there are many international institutions related to justice delivery. Developing countries can work together to get greater representation in them. Our students can also be helped to find internship at such institutions. This will enable our legal system to learn from international best practices. Friends, India inherited a legal system from colonial times, but in the last few years, we made a number of reforms to it. For example, India had done away with thousands of obsolete laws from colonial times. Some of these laws had the potential to become tools of harassment of people. This has boosted ease of living and ease of doing business.
ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಮುನ್ನ ಸಚಿವ ಅರ್ಜುನ್ ರಾಮ್ ಮೇಘ್ವಾಲ್ ಕಾನೂನು ನಾಗರಿಕತೆಯ ತಳಹದಿಯಾಗಿದೆ. ಇಂದು ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದ ಮೂಲಕ ಇಡೀ ಜಗತ್ತೇ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರಾಮದಂತಾಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಗತಿಕ ಸವಾಲುಗಳು, ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳನ್ನು ಪರಿಹರಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಸಾಮೂಹಿಕ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಅಗತ್ಯವಾಗಿದೆ. ಜಾಗತಿಕ ಕಾನೂನು ಸಹಕಾರ ಎಂದಿಗಿಂತಲೂ ಇಂದು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತವಾಗಿದೆ ಎಂದು ಹೇಳಿದರು.
To reflect upon the evolved role of attorneys and solicitor generals in the larger arena of good governance, architecture, and their purposeful role in the upcoming future. The timelines for institutionalizations of the post of Attorney General and Solicitor Generals may vary among the member states of the Commonwealth, but the historically perspective gives us valuable insights into the advisory role of this fraternity, their invaluable suggestions and wisdom have helped to simplify the sophistications leading to better decision making to facilitate rule of law for the leaders at the helm of affairs. In India also, the wisdom of the founding fathers of the constitutions has designated the Attorney General as a constitutional post. He is the highest law officer and chief legal advisor in the country. Once Baba Sahib Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said, I am firm enough to say civilization cannot exist without advocate.
Law schools are increasingly
ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್
incorporated.
ಮುಖ್ಯ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿ ಡಿ.ವೈ. ಚಂದ್ರಚೂಡ್ ಜಾಗತಿಕ ಸಹಭಾಗಿತ್ವ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ವರ್ಧನೆಯ ಮೂಲಕ ನಮ್ಮ ವಿಶ್ವವನ್ನು ರಕ್ಷಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಗಡಿಯಾಚೆಗಿನ ಭಯೋತ್ಪಾದನೆ, ಮಾನವ ಹಕ್ಕುಗಳ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮುಂತಾದ ವಿಚಾರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ದೇಶಗಳ ನಡುವೆ ಸಹಕಾರ ಹೆಚ್ಚಬೇಕಿದೆ. ಸುಸ್ಥಿರ ಭವಿಷ್ಯದ ಗುರಿ ಸಾಧಿಸಲು ಉತ್ತಮ ಕಾನೂನು ಅಭ್ಯಾಸಗಳನ್ನು ಪರಸ್ಪರ ಹಂಚಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದು, ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದ ಬಳಕೆ ಅಗತ್ಯವಾಗಿದೆ ಎಂದು ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯಪಟ್ಟರು.
Colleges in different parts of the world, including India. Moreover, the emerging trends in legal education, such as the integration of technology and interdisciplinary studies, offer exciting opportunities for innovation and collaboration. However, as we strive to modernize legal education, we must also confront the question of equitable access to legal education. Entrance tests for admission to law schools must not be exclusionary of the socially marginalized. We must ensure that our admissions processes are fair, transparent, and inclusive. This necessitates a holistic approach towards admission and recruitment that considers not only academic performance, but also factors such as socioeconomic background, diversity, and life experiences. Courts not only refer to the jurisprudence evolved by courts of other jurisdictions while deciding questions of constitutional importance, but also refer to the best practices on the administrative side. In the past year, the Supreme Court of India has hosted members of the E-Committee of the UK courts and judges of countries across the world, belonging particularly to the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO countries, where we discuss the best practices for the administration of justice. Our interactions range from discussions on the interface of technology and justice delivery mechanisms, and the presence or absence of statutory timelines for pronouncement of judgments once they are reserved by judges. I remember that when I drafted the white paper on reforms to the clerkship recruitment process in 2021 of the Supreme Court, before I took over as Chief Justice of India, my team of judicial law clerks and I studied the process of recruitment of law clerks in various jurisdictions.